Let me show you the garbage of Muhammad. Abdul, we have all your garbage here. All right. Let us see. Let us get the story for you. And we don't make things up. When Fatima, she came, Omar, he lift up her skirt to look at her vagina. I'm trying to find the hate in English. If not, we will use the Arabic one. This is how pervert your religion is. Here we go. Oh boy. And I know, you will say to me, this is da'if hadith. Anything is embarrassing is da'if. Islam is da'if. Muhammad is da'if. I mean, everything is da'if, right? But in the book where it's written, never say it's da'if. This is your Islamic Sunni pervert scholar. This is a scholar, not Mimi Hijab, you coward. Mimi Hijab is a scholar now. Musannaf Abu Bakr Abdul Razzaq. The book name Al-Musannaf, Musannaf Abdul Razzaq. All right? And this is volume number 6, page number 163. Hadith number 10352. Omar, he asked for the butt of Ali. Sorry. He asked for her hand. He said to him, but she is young. She's young. This is about the daughter of Ali now here. She's young. You know, what are you talking about? How I can give you this child? She's so young.
Omar asked Ali for his daughter in marriage, but he said, she is young.
Okay. And then it mentioned to Omar that he is trying to use as an excuse because he don't want you to have her. Speak to him again.
It was said to Omar, he only wants to prevent her. He said, so speak to him, and Ali said.
So they said to him, he's trying to prevent you from effing her. Is this an excuse? Since when? We Muslims don't F little girls. So Ali said, okay, I'm going to send her to you. If you think she is fit to be your wife, it's up to you. All right?
Ali said, I will send her to you, and if you are satisfied, she is your wife.
So remember, this is Ali and his daughter. And if I make a mistake in the beginning, I said Muhammad, you know, this is Ali. So, okay, I will send it to you. If you like her, this is the same, you know, like second day. This is not next 10 years after, you know. What Omar, he said when she arrived to his home. So Ali, he sent her to him. And then Omar, he lift up her skirt to check her body. And then she screamed at him, little kid. She said to him, if you are not the caliphate, I will cut your neck.
He said, so he sent her to him. He said, so Omar went and uncovered her leg, and she said, send it, for if you were not the commander of the faithful, I would have struck your neck.
Was she 6 years old, 7 years old, 5 years old, 2 years old? Nobody knows. But obviously the conversation all is about little child. And how they want to check if they can F her or not? They lift up the skirt. And this is the caliphate of the Muslims, Omar. So when this stupid idiot, he claimed that Muslims didn't do so. You do. And this is Omar. Are you better than Omar? And not only that, imagine how filthy this religion is, that you check a girl by lifting up her clothes and strip her. What Omar, he said when he lifted up her skirt? What he saw? What he was looking for? Her diaper? Are we done? No, we did not even start yet. Muhammad, he encouraged men to have sex with little children. And how we can prove that those are little, very little? There's no age, no limit. So this is the story, and this is Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, as you see, and all of this is authentic. All of this is authentic. And this is the Muslim translation, not the kuffar. This is the pagan Muslim translation, the black stone vagina kissers, the one who go around the Kaaba like a cow. Let us read the shortest hadith of them. And this is Bukhari. My father died and left 7 or 9 girls. Left what? 7 or 9 girls. This guy, he just have girls? Okay. And I married a matron. Allah Messenger said to me, "O Jabir, have you married?" I said, "Yes." He said, "A virgin or a matron?" Here the word virgin is a false translation. It doesn't say virgin, and I will show it to you. It's not about a virgin, about a kid. A kid or a growing woman. Read with me. I replied, a matron, sorry, a widow. He said, "Why not little kid?" Again, they put the word virgin. So you might play with her, and she with you. She play with you. What we are talking about? What play with her? What play with you? What do you mean? Read carefully. And you might amuse her. You will not amuse a growing woman, mature woman, but you can amuse a child, little candy, a toy. Huh? You play with her. We are talking literally about playing with kids. This is the purpose of such a relationship, so-called marriage. And she amuse you. I said, Abdullah, my father died and left girls. I dislike to marry a girl like them. Translation is trying to deceive us. What do you mean he left girls? He left orphans. And I dislike to marry a little girl like them. So I married a lady, so she may look after them. So what Muhammad asking the guy to marry? A child like the orphan he have. The man, he did not marry an old woman. He married a lady, not 90 years old, a young woman. She can physically take care of 7 or 9 girls, little girls. This is your pervert prophet trying to manipulate a married man and say to him, why? Why you go for a woman? Why you don't go to a child? And look how the Muslim translation vary from place to place. Here as an example, they say younger. Other place, the younger is gone. This is Sahih Muslim, authentic hadith. Why you don't marry a young girl? Not only a girl, because the word girl by itself is mean young. We are talking about a very young Jariya. So you could sport with her, and she could sport with you. Pervert. This is why pedophiles, they enjoy relationship with the children's. Sorry, my voice, I spoke to for many hours yesterday, and I'm losing my voice. How disgusting, Abdul said in the video. We Muslims, we know the Quran, we read the Quran frequently, brother. First of all, look how filthy Muhammad is. Is the man complaining? No. Is he unhappy with his marriage? No. Why trying to persuade a man already married to go after little children's? What do you think if somebody saw your son-in-law going home and he say, hey, why you marry someone she is 20 years old? Why you don't go and get someone she is 7, 5, 3 years old? She will amuse you. She will be like a little puppy, like a cat, little cat, kitten. Why you want to go to the cat when you can get the kitten? They are more fun. This is exactly what pedophile is about. And then the story here proved that Muhammad is a clearly pervert, because he's trying to manipulate the man to go after children when he never complained. And then he said to him, refuting his pedophile mind. So he said that my brother or my father, he died in Uhud, is a murderer for the sake of Allah, for your sake. And he left 9 or 7 daughters behind him. I therefore did not approve the idea that I should bring a girl like them. A girl like them. But I prefer to bring a woman who should look after them and teach them good manner. Muhammad here, he felt like, oh, he got me busted. Is that the wise prophet? You Muslims are not pedophiles? What the age of those 9 girls? Guys, just think about it carefully. The father, he died, and he have 9 girls, and all of them, they are too young. So if we assume that this guy was having a child once every 9 months, once a year, that means the oldest is 9. The youngest is 9 months. Or maybe 1 day. Right? He said 9 daughters or 7, he's not sure, which is weird. So all those are little children's. And what Muhammad is asking the guy understood very well what he meant by the word Jariya. He clearly understood that he's talking about little child. He did not misunderstand, or maybe he's talking about someone she is 16. No. That's why he said, I therefore did not approve of the idea that I should bring a girl like them, but I prefer to bring a woman who should look after them and teach them good manners. A girl like them, like the orphans. In fact, if we go to the Quran, you see the Quran encouraging the Muslim to F the orphans. The orphans. When you go to chapter 4, verse number 23 and 24, you can read them. It mentioned to you that you can F women who they are married. All right? You can. But what about the orphans? What we would do with the orphan? Is it true that the Quran asked the Muslim to F the orphan? Yes, absolutely. Read Allah. So the Muslim cannot do charity to an orphan without effing the orphan. Is that right? Read carefully. Chapter 4, verse number 3. And if you are not be able to deal justly with the orphans, girls. What he's talking about? He's talking about effing them. So if you cannot if the orphan girls and be just to them when you if them, which means you feed them like a goat. That's what justly in Islam. The man's duty is to provide shelter and food. But you know, people provide shelter and food for dogs too, and cats. In America, if you don't feed your dog, you can stay in jail for a couple of years. Same for animals, any animals. If they found you having a dog and the dog is dying from hunger, you are in big trouble. So if you fear that you cannot be able to deal justly with effing the orphans, then go and if other kind of women, other females. Read it in front of you. And the funny here, it says marry when the Arabic says fankahu, which means F them. The Muslim says that the word nakaha mean marriage. And by the way, if you don't believe me, you can open the interpretation for this verse. Don't listen to Christian Prince. Open the interpretation and read it. It's about effing orphans, little children. What is the age? Nobody knows. No age. Any orphan. In fact, I can show you from your Islamic books, you coward, that you can if anyone who physically can do it. Physically. Has nothing to do with age. In fact, this is what Mohammed Hijab in the video was saying. Yeah, that's what he said. It's about being physically fit. It's not about the age. Who cares about the age? Nowhere in the Quran mentioned the age. And not in the Hadith too. I challenge any Muslim to show me where Muhammad is say you if somebody and the age of etc. By the way, the Hadith I mentioned to you about ifing, about Omar looking at the legs of Fatima, the Muslim scholars, they agree that the husband who want to marry a child, he can look at all and anywhere there's meat. Anywhere there is meat. I don't want to forget that. And I can give you the reference with no mercy. Let me see. You have to look anywhere. They say to you hijab and burqa. It turned to be you can, before you F a girl, little girl, you have the right to check her butt and her vagina. Check it out. And this is how Islam is. Everyone here could give a different answer. Like here, they are disagreeing and agreeing, like what we can look at. Okay, Omar, he looked at her, he left the skirt, but didn't say he looked at what exactly. But what when you lift a skirt of someone, she is not even, her legs is not even 2 foot long. When you lift the skirt, you see what? You see all her body. So he says, Al-Uza'i, he said, that you can look at the meat and all her body.
Al-Azai said, he looks at the areas of flesh, and Dawud said, he looks at her entire body.
Other scholars disagree. This is the religion of Islam.